I rode for Ted in 2005 and 2006 on the U.S. national team. Ted took an interest in me rowing at Penn AC in 2005. He heard about my improving erg scores and called me on the phone, took me under his wing. He offered me an alternative to the U.S. rowing camp that summer, and being in law school and being busy, my partner and I already wanting to commit to one another, we appreciated the opportunity, and on went our adventure with Ted. We went to the trials that summer in 2005, and we raced the camp boat. They had a mini camp, which we chose not to attend. We instead chose to train with Ted at Penn AC, and Ted diligently scouted the competition. He would hide in the bushes along Mercer Lake and follow them up and down, to the point that he even knew exactly what they were going to say before they made their moves or their tens. So when we were in the race at trials, I heard the bow seat call, "And now," which I knew meant they were then going to try to make a move. They made their move, and they didn't do a lot of damage on us, so then we felt super confident making a move, winning the race, and winning the trial. We trained super hard with Ted. Everyone knows he was a big believer in high-intensity workouts that summer. We would do 6 by 1,000 meters every Tuesday morning on the Schuylkill River. And one morning, we rode at a 37 for one of the pieces, and he rolled up very stealthily in his launch, and he said, "That was a really nice 37." And I knew that was then going to be our base rating for the rest of the summer. So when we got to Gifu, it was typhoons and horrible conditions, and so Ted built us a water guard to prevent the waves from coming into our boat so that we could go out and practice. None of the other crews were practicing. It was like us and a heavyweight men's boat on the water practicing. And Ted had fabricated water guards from, I don't know, cardboard and some other random material, which gave my engineer doubles partner a heart attack. He wanted us to race with that, but my partner Julie talked him out of it. During the semifinal that summer, we were 2 seconds off the winner, and Ted was beside himself. He was walking around the regatta telling everyone that we were 2 seconds too slow because I didn't have core strength and that I needed a winter's worth of weight training to acquire the core strength that we needed to do well in the final to get a medal. So naturally, I was beside myself. My doubles partner had to spend the day picking up my ego, and which we kind of did. And the night before our final, Ted shook it off. He gave us this speech about how when you're in the middle of a race, your mind is a great tool, but that it limits what you can actually do. And you hear people talk about all of things like that, mental training. I had heard it in the years of my training prior to that race, but that night when Ted told me about that, he said, when the voices come and tell you to stop or tell you that you can't do it or whatever the voices say to you when you're tired and you don't want to keep rowing, don't listen to it. Just keep doing what you know your body can do. And the next day when he shoved us off for our final, I looked at his face and he looked at me and he said, "When those voices come, Renee, don't listen." And I can still see the wrinkles in his face and the look on his face when he shoved us. And I didn't necessarily have a conscious moment in the race when I made a decision to do that, but it definitely stuck. We were in third through most of the race at a 37, and I looked across. We were in lane 1. We were in unfavored lane because we didn't do so well in the semi. And I looked across and I saw Poland, and they were coming for third place. And I made the decision to start sprinting at 650 meters out, which, I don't know, I thought about it for a split second, like, oh no, that's too early. But then I just committed to doing it. And we did Ted's sprint, which he had taught us that summer, which was up, up, up every 10 strokes until we got to kitchen sink, where it was just go as hard as you can until the end. And when we finished the race, we were second, and we were second by 0.1 seconds. We almost won. And when we crossed the finish line, I heard Ted screaming from the banks, "I'm so proud of you." and I hear his voice, and he taught me how to be better. So I haven't. I don't think about all of that every day, but I carry it with me. So I'm grateful that Ted coached me. He coached me another year after that, and he taught me how to be better. And I know he taught a lot of other people here too. So thank you to Ted. Thank you to his family. Thanks for the opportunity to celebrate him.